Hey guys, welcome to Ted Health. Let's check out this video called It's Another Epic History TV video, okay? Let's watch this, the last video of this playlist, of this series. It's Admiral Kolchak, Supreme Ruler of Russia, okay? I did the first one previously, and it was really cool. This dude is like, he's pretty badass. He doesn't talk too much. The only time that I've seen him show any expression or anything, it was just a smile, okay, in one of those videos or photos or something like that. He's just like this. He doesn't even flinch. He's strong as hell, and he was picked for as a dictator. It was a great ruler, and back then I guess dictatorship was okay. It was like so many things were happening, so many changes were happening, so dictatorship was not a big deal, and they picked him, I guess, okay? And he's a legendary person, a personality, okay, from the past, okay, during the World War I times and everything, okay? But let's watch this second and final episode of this. It's called Enemy Number One, okay? Enemy Number One. Holy shit, he's gonna become an enemy? What? Admiral Kolchak and the Russian Civil War, okay? And last time we saw that he hated Vladimir Lenin, okay? And he just hated the fact that Russia was changing into something else, and Lenin was bringing in this whole communism angle and shit. And this dude, Admiral Kolchak, he met with other important people and stuff like that. It's crazy, okay? But let's watch this new one. It's the last one, and then there's only like another playlist left on this channel, so I don't know if I'll react to it, but we'll see, okay? I'm also like losing interest in reacting to stuff. I might even completely abandon, I want to abandon reacting, it's just nothing, but whatever. We'll see, okay? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's a long-ass reaction.
November 1918.
What the fuck, okay? This browser is just really laggy, okay? And also like this, please, if you like this reaction, please subscribe, and yeah, let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, let's go, okay? I even enable the subtitles. And also like grab a popcorn, everything, because this thing is 32 minutes long, so the reaction is gonna be 1 hour long. So get ready, okay? Let's do it. And sorry for this long ass intro, okay? Let's do it.
November 1918. In Western Europe, the 4-year slaughter of World War I is drawing to an end.
Okay.
But across the former Russian Empire, a new conflict has broken out.
A civil war.
A civil war
Dang.
that rages from Central Europe to the Pacific. And will claim an estimated 9 million lives. Lenin, the Bolsheviks, and their new Soviet Republic battle for survival against their many enemies, collectively known as the Whites.
Okay.
The Whites' great hope. Their newly appointed Supreme Ruler of Russia, Admiral Alexander Kolchak.
Shit.
He is a war hero.
He's like a man of few words. He doesn't speak at all. But when he speaks, everybody in the fucking room will get up and listen. Holy shit. He's like, he grabs your attention, and he's like a very serious personality, okay? Motherfuckers would stop laughing, smiling, fucking around with friends. They would just, oh my god, he just came in. He's in the room right now. Let's get up and stand and look at him. Let's see what he says, Oh, dang.
Jeez. A man of duty and discipline, who believes above all in
extreme discipline, if you ask me. Extreme. Is that good? Not good when there's no war and crazy things happening. But it is good if there's war and, crazy things happening. I guess, because during war and crazy political shit happening, it's important for personalities like this. If not that many things are happening, if you're not under a threat of war or something like that, then a personality like this is not really that. You gotta change your personality, be more happy and shit, okay? Crazy, but
service to the motherland. Millions looked to him to crush the Bolsheviks, avenge the murdered Tsar, and save Russia from chaos and collapse.
Dang.
This is the
One
extraordinary
figure,
tale
a strong
of
figure,
the life
a
and
leader.
death of Admiral Kolchak, Russia's only
Damn, he spoke some.
supreme ruler.
Oh, Supreme Ruler Part 2, yeah! Let's go!
In November 1918, a coup d'etat among white forces in Omsk brought Alexander Kolchak to power as supreme ruler of Russia.
Cool. Awesome!
The 44-year-old admiral now wielded authority equal to that of a Tsar, with an absolute veto over all new laws.
Dang, son, look at him!
Despite his
When he's like coming on the horse, like with really high, he looks like somebody, like a legend coming. You know, when others sit on a horse and, you know, approach you, you feel like, okay, it's just some dude, or maybe like another soldier of war or something like that. But this dude, when he's on the horse, everybody's looking at him. He stands tall and high and shit. He's crazy, okay?
sudden elevation, Kolchak did not surround himself with luxury, nor move into a palace. He continued to rent a townhouse in Omsk and kept a careful eye on his expenses.
Cool.
He was joined in Omsk by his devoted mistress, Anna Timirova, who also worked as his translator.
Dang, son.
His wife and son, who he'd not seen in more than a year, were still in Crimea. They would soon travel to Paris, where many White Russians were now living as refugees.
Dang, that's not good.
As supreme ruler, Kolchak faced challenges on a scale difficult to comprehend. And it was soon clear that he was neither a natural nor a sophisticated politician.
Dang, son.
His manner was stiff and severe. His sentences short and to the point. If he failed to get his way, he became frustrated and angry.
Cool.
He clung rigidly to his own conception of honor, both for himself and for the motherland.
Dang, man. He's really patriotic. He's awesome character. He's amazing, okay? And looks like he just gets hurt in the feelings when things don't go his way and gets really angered and frustrated, you know? So that's a mark of a person that actually cares, which is like very rare nowadays. Let's be honest, the politicians don't give a fuck about the voters nowadays, you know? It sucks. It has become a joke. Like, man, how do you even how do you even have such amazing politicians anymore? Like back then you had such amazing politicians, but now it's like corrupt, greedy, you know? It's almost like a trollish politicians we get nowadays. It's ridiculous.
However, extremely hardworking, well-mannered, and could be personally kind and generous.
Dang.
Kolchak's first priority.
He's like a perfect human being. Like he's doing everything. Like I said in the previous reaction, the parents of Admiral Kolchak would be really proud. Okay, any parent out there that has a son like Kolchak, they would be so proud of him. Like seriously, if you were to be like Kolchak, and your parents would be so proud of you, literally, because he's like a perfect role model to learn from. He's amazing.
Was to have his position as supreme ruler recognized by the Russian people, the army, and other White Russian governments.
Cool.
Equally importantly, he needed recognition from the Allies, primarily Britain, France, and the USA.
Oh, okay.
The previous week, the 11th of November armistice effectively brought World War I to an end. And though fighting continued in many parts of Europe, the Allies would now be able to send far greater resources to support the Whites. However, the Allies no longer needed Russia to rejoin World War I. Now they were more interested in regime change. Replacing the Bolsheviks with someone less hostile and more reliable. Initially, therefore, the Allies were alarmed by the unexpected coup that brought Kolchak to power. He immediately set out to reassure them in his first proclamation.
Wow.
I will not go down the road of reaction or the ruinous path of partisanship.
Cool.
My main objective is to build a combat-ready army to defeat Bolshevism and establish law and order so that the people can freely choose the form of government they wish.
Wow. Dude.
Whether Kolchak really wanted democracy in Russia would never be put to the test.
Also, like, he got these ideals that are really inspiring. This dude he's phenomenal. For the time, even now, honestly, we don't have these kinds of like supreme beings, like really like larger than life with amazing ideals. Everybody speaks the same dialogues, but they don't deliver. This man, on the other hand, in those times actually delivered, or at least attempted to try. It's crazy.
In white-controlled areas of Russia, the response to the new supreme ruler seemed broadly positive. Conservatives welcomed the prospect of a strong leader after so much chaos.
Cool.
But the reaction...
And this whole thing with the conservatives and the liberals, and the division is just ridiculous. It should have never happened. All the people are your people of your nation. Why is there this division? Even if people believe in different things, but that doesn't mean that you have to like literally divide forever with the labels like conservative and liberals. A liberal might have some conservative, thoughts and opinions, okay? And the conservative might be more freely liberal in many ways, So it just makes no sense that completely dividing, and people, the next generation or the people that are like new to this political environment, they might even like decide to, stick to being conservative on purpose because there's a divide and shit, or go liberal, completely liberal, because there's two sides and they have to pick one side. This whole thing is just, and look at now, the USA and the politics is just a fucking joke, because everything is just divided. It's just not good. Everybody should be seen as the same, and everybody should be able to conversate with each other, even though they have like a strong opinion. They should respect each other. There should never be a divide, and like this will cause a civil war even for in the future, and even like a very harsh one, like very dangerous one too. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Was not long in coming. The left-wing groups that the coup had forced from power, the socialist revolutionaries and Mensheviks, had not given up. They convened their own constituent assembly at Yekaterinburg, where Nicholas II and his family had been murdered by Bolsheviks just 4 months before.
No! Not the Nicholas II
This assembly
thing.
refused to recognize Kolchak's new government and called for resistance.
Resistance!
In response, the supreme ruler ordered local Czech troops to arrest all its members. Several were later murdered during a revolt in Omsk, in which several hundred socialist revolutionaries were killed.
God dang it!
Kolchak had shown himself unafraid to use his new dictatorial powers. And such firm action helped to shore up his position.
Dang.
On the other hand, the socialist revolutionaries, his allies in the fight...
It's almost like he's ready to use dictatorship and things that come with it, for the greater good, the good, and I hope it works out, like, seriously.
Against the Reds until a few weeks before, were now among his most bitter enemies.
Wait, what?
A few weeks before, revolutionaries, his allies in the fight against the Reds until a few weeks before, were now among his most bitter...
The socialists are angry at him?
...enemies.
He has become their enemy?
They accused Kolchak of wanting to make himself Tsar, which they declared made him an even greater threat than the Bolsheviks.
Dang!
Elsewhere, White forces accepted Kolchak's authority.
Huh.
General Udinich in the northwest. Marushevsky in the north.
In the north. Okay.
And General Denikin, commanding the volunteer army in the south.
In the south. Alright.
Areas directly under Kolchak's control were effectively run by military government. Local councils could not be relied on due to their support for socialist revolutionary and Bolshevik policies, such as land reform. Instead, the Whites banned trade unions and returned nationalized industries to private ownership.
Man, so many changes are happening. Some of these things are I can't even understand. It's so many things are happening, and it's almost like a confused kid, and he doesn't know what's happening. He's like trying to figure things out, and you know. And the world was really young back then, let's be honest. People were literally, they didn't know how to do. They just want to live a peaceful life, and they don't have a solution or a pathway to show that, you know, to have that, you know. It's crazy, you know?
Wherever they encountered opposition, White Russian forces were ruthless. When an uprising broke out in Yenisei, Kolchak ordered that any village offering armed resistance was to be destroyed, burned to the ground, the men shot, everything of value seized.
Oh my God! Wow!
Hostages were to be taken, and if locals cooperated with Bolshevik partisans, they were to be shot.
Oh my God!
In the process of crushing the Yenisei revolt,
I mean, if you want to have a beautiful future, a good future, motherfuckers need to get killed or something, you know? You had to play God. It's so many times back in the day, you know, back in World War and stuff. It's insane. It's insane. We went through so much shit that it's incredible. It's just mind-blowing.
White forces executed an estimated 10,000 Russians, all in direct consequence of Kolchak's orders.
Oh my God.
The Bolsheviks were just as merciless in territory they controlled. Some historians differentiate between Red and White Terror during the Civil War.
Wow.
The Red Terror was directed from the top, an official policy of mass murder on class grounds.
Oh my God.
The White Terror was reactive, improvised, and usually carried out by local commanders.
What is the difference anyway?
It made little difference.
It's all murdering mayhem.
To ordinary Russians who suffered untold miseries in this war and died in unimaginable numbers.
5 million civilian deaths. Dude!
In economic terms, Kolchak had one advantage over the Bolsheviks. He controlled 2/3 of Imperial Russia's gold reserves, captured from the Bolsheviks, now stored at Omsk. 490 tons in all.
Oh shit! The gold reserves, 490 tons of them? Dude, like, where's that gold now? You know, a lot of like rich, like super gold, like gold stuff and gems and a lot of things from back in the like World War and before that, it has been all gathered by after so many wars and stuff. And you know, some of these gold reserves are missing too, you know. So it's like, where are these? Like, I bet there's like, you know, crazy things underground, in like completely buried, you know, in different parts of the world, where there's shitload of gold. I bet, you know, it's gonna be really hard to find because we don't even have the technology to find like a easy technology, you know. We got these metal detectors that are just like stupid, but you know, we'll not be able to find these unless they get unearthed at some point in the future. But man, I bet there's a lot of gold at some place in on this planet Earth. You know, I bet there's like shitload of gold somewhere, all collected in one place, the highest amount of gold. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go. The future will tell, okay?
By late 1918, there were several Allied expeditionary forces in Russia to assist the Whites. More important than troops were the arms, ammunition and supplies they were sending, particularly Britain.
Okay.
But the support came with strings. Kolchak was informed by telegram that the Allies expected French General Maurice Jeannin, based in Vladivostok, to take overall command of all Allied and Russian soldiers.
Dang. Okay.
Kolchak rejected the idea outright, declaring he'd rather have no foreign aid than submit to such a proposal.
Dang.
Eventually, a compromise was reached. General Jeannin would command only the Czechoslovak Legion and some other small Allied contingents. Most of these would be held back to guard supply lines and railways.
Okay.
While some historians believe Jeannin's wounded pride would later have bitter consequences for Admiral Kolchak.
Oh man. Fuck. I hope nothing. Honestly, dude, this is the last video and I like Admiral Kolchak. I've grown to like him quite a bit and I don't want it. He's so perfect. He's so great. He's the greatest. Okay, and I don't want anything to happen to him. All these great personalities in the past have been either assassinated or, you know, something worse happened to them. It's just insane. Some of the like the Napoleon marshals, one of the marshals just jumped out of a window. I don't know who pushed him or if he just really fell down, jumped out of a window to death. You know, crazy things just happen out of nowhere. You know, I hope nothing happens because I like him so much. Okay, on the offensive.
The war against the Bolsheviks was always Kolchak's overriding focus. His dream, the recapture of Moscow and Petrograd. From the provisional government, he inherited advanced plans for a major offensive aimed at Vologda. The goal was to break through to White forces near Arkhangelsk and gain access to Allied aid arriving via the northern ports.
Dang.
The offensive began on the 27th of November. The White Yekaterinburg army faced the Third Red Army, which had been ordered to hold a 250-mile front, while suffering from serious shortages of fuel, food, and warm clothing.
Wow.
The attack broke through.
Oh my God.
The Reds were soon retreating with heavy losses.
Oh,
on the 24th
shit.
of December, the Whites took the city of Perm. It was a major victory for Kolchak's forces.
Dude. This whole video so far has been about using dictatorship for the greater good, and even though like a lot of people died because of it, I support Kolchak because this thing is a mess and it needs to be sorted out by force if necessary. It's just crazy. I know it sounds extreme and sounds like a terrorist or something, but what can we do? You know, things have been crazy, and this is like, you know, the war times, so it's gonna be crazy. You know,
they had taken 30,000 prisoners, 120 artillery guns, 1,000 machine guns, and 9 armored trains.
Okay.
Eager to avenge this humiliating defeat, the Red Army launched a counter-offensive in January.
Oh shit!
But after small gains and huge losses on both sides, the attack bogged down.
Bogged down! Oh shit! Okay, let me see if the my video's recording, I hope, because sometimes the recording stops and shit goes crazy and then I gotta redo it. It's just annoying. But let's go.
The capture of Perm filled Kolchak and his generals with hope.
Shit is intense.
They organized a new large-scale offensive for the spring of 1919.
Holy shit.
And
this is like what, 80, like 100 years ago? And this kind of crazy shit was happening then. Holy shit.
His plan was to attack towards Vyatka and Saratov, break through the overextended Red Army center, and envelop Moscow from north, east, and south.
Oh man, big plans.
The offensive began in March, and soon White forces were advancing rapidly towards the Volga River.
Run, bitch!
By the end of April, they'd advanced around 200 miles, capturing territory rich in industrial and agricultural resources.
Dang, the Red Army's losing.
The cities of Kazan, Simbirsk, and Samara.
Shit!
French Prime Minister Clemenceau and British Secretary of State for War Winston Churchill were among those who sent congratulations to Kolchak.
Dang.
For the Whites,
Winston Churchill.
Moscow itself finally seemed within reach.
Okay.
And with military success and renewed international backing, Kolchak's government had never looked stronger. The days of the Bolsheviks,
Dang, look at him.
were numbered.
He's fucking badass. He just looks at you like this. End of story. Fighting retreat. Cool.
Lenin and the Bolsheviks were deeply alarmed by Kolchak's success.
Dang.
But extraordinary measures had been taken.
And Lenin is here with this communism, and Kolchak really fucking hates him. And also, like, Kolchak is such a he's so badass, dude. He's like that serious. He's so serious. He's so serious. And I used to be like that. I even mentioned this in the previous reaction, but I used to be very serious. Like a couple years ago, I was like so serious. I was like almost like a sociopath. Almost, you know, it's fucking crazy. You know, my mind. I was like fucked in the mind and shit. I was like very serious, reserved, very. I wouldn't say a man of few words, and even more fewer words. Like very reserved. I used to just look at like that. I would be just like I would be so serious, but I changed because it makes no sense. It's if you have like a brother or something, or any family member, or if you have some of your friends that are like very serious, just let them know that shit is not gonna fly in this world, you know. Only at like dire times, during the war times and stuff, that kind of personality might get you somewhere, but that seriousness is not good, you know, just saying.
Soon enable them to fight back.
Okay.
People's Commissar for Military Affairs, Leon Trotsky, had overseen the doubling in size of the Red Army within a year.
Fuck. Oh,
now
man.
1.5 million strong, it was backed up by the full resources of the state, mobilized under a new policy of war communism.
War communism.
In April,
Crazy.
Lenin declared Kolchak enemy number one of the Soviet Republic.
What?
All
Lenin,
on
you
Kolchak
bitch.
became the Bolsheviks' new slogan. The Red Army's east.
Hey, can somebody tell me in the comment section, what do you think about Lenin? Is he a good guy, or like maybe it's black and like it's completely a gray situation? Maybe he's neither good nor bad and he was necessary, or maybe he's a completely bad guy. Please tell me in the comment section. I would like to know what you guys think, you know? It's crazy because he has a lot of support. He goes to different countries and brings back this communism thing from somewhere. I think from like France or something. He just brings the communism, and it's like everybody supports him, and it's just crazy, man. And Kolchak doesn't like him at all, and it's like, and now Lenin is like, you know, making Kolchak enemy number one of the Soviet. It's just insane, okay?
Eastern Front received two new brilliant commanders, General Mikhail Tukhachevsky and Commissar Mikhail Frunze.
Cool.
In April 1919, they launched a counter-offensive with 80,000 troops.
80,000 troops.
White Russian forces were soon in rapid retreat. On the 9th of June, Ufa fell, a crucial stronghold of the Whites.
Cool,
At the
man.
height of this crisis, Kolchak received a potential lifeline, an offer of military support that might turn the tables on the Reds.
Dang.
Finland, ruled by Russia for 2 centuries, had declared its independence following the Bolshevik Revolution.
Dang, son.
Finland's regent, Carl Gustaf Mannerheim, now offered to attack Petrograd with 100,000 troops. In
Shit.
exchange, he wanted Kolchak to recognize Finnish independence.
Oh, okay.
Kolchak flatly declined.
Dang.
Even in this desperate hour, he would not accept any dismemberment of Russia's historic empire.
Cool, man. Dude, so patriotic and such an amazing personality. He's like very inspirational. Dang.
By August, the Red Army had crossed the Tobol River.
Dang, son.
But Kolchak had a plan. He was sacrificing territory for time to rest his troops and regroup.
God damn it. That Perm place, this thing is now lost. And the Red Army is advancing like a fucking tsunami. What's wrong with them?
As Supreme Commander-in-Chief, Kolchak would regularly visit frontline units to see conditions and speak with the men. He would bring
like he really cares, and it shows, and he does this every day, talks to his people, and it's not like he lives in a big mansion and treats his soldiers like slaves, and doesn't talk to anybody, thinks of himself as some high like fucking snowflake, or it's not like today's politicians. He's like literally a patriotic, like the greatest thing. I love this.
Extra rations of coffee, sugar.
I would say he's just as influential as Napoleon and other like Belisarius and all those people. Like, he's one of the greatest legends. That's how I feel like, when I'm looking at him and what he's doing and everything. Please tell me, what do you think about, Admiral Kolchak? What kind of person he is, and how do you compare him with other great leaders from the past? You think he's just as amazing, like just as important of a character from, compared to Napoleon and stuff? Please tell me, okay?
And tobacco to lift morale.
Extra rations, coffee, sugar.
He spoke always of duty and the motherland.
Cool.
But small gifts and rhetoric could not compensate for his forces' increasingly dire
situation. What a great personality.
They were desperately short of supplies, including transport, fuel, clothing, and weapons.
Dang.
A crisis partly caused by massive corruption and theft behind the lines.
Oh my God, corruption.
While the return of Tsarist-era discipline, which included flogging and beating soldiers, created further discontent. Desertions were rife, particularly among new conscripts from the peasantry, who had little reason to love the whites. In private, Kolchak was increasingly under strain and unable to control his temper. He looked visibly exhausted.
Dang.
And at 44, his hair had turned completely grey.
Oh shit! Yeah, so much stress and tension can really like age you, really get you exhausted, and might cause like bad health, like diabetes, and crazy things can happen. It's just, tension is not good. And honestly, at the age of 40, like 44, you will feel tension. If you're like 30 or 25, like Napoleon or some shit, then you probably don't even feel a little bit of concern, like fear or anything. But at 44, you're like, man, I've seen so much, and things are getting heated from day to day, even worse, getting worse every day. And I can completely understand, and I feel bad for him, Dang.
The rumors of morphine addiction were probably malicious gossip.
Really?
But the supreme ruler...
He doesn't look like he gets, under, like influence of anything. He doesn't look like any of that, okay? My cat is here. What the fuck? Alright, man, this dude is insane.
Had become erratic and agitated.
I don't think
that August, Kolchak threw.
I don't believe for a second he has any, drugs influence or anything like that. I don't believe it for a second. He doesn't even flinch. He's focused and controlled. He just, when he's, at his bed during the night, he probably is like completely, he thinks of a lot of things and gets really like tensed and loses his mind and really like gets scared and, full of tension.
Himself into planning a counter-offensive to support General Denikin's thrust on Moscow. Great hopes rested on its outcome.
Okay.
The attack began on the 1st of September. Initial indications were excellent. Kolchak's forces smashed through the 3rd Red Army, taking thousands of prisoners advancing more than 100 miles and driving the Reds back across the Tobol.
Good!
But the great encirclements Kolchak had planned that were to annihilate Red forces on the Eastern Front failed to materialize due to a lack of cavalry.
Oh man!
At the Tobol River, the Reds were able to dig in and re-establish a defensive line.
Oh my God!
Kolchak's troops, exhausted by their advance and weakened by their own losses, could go no further.
Oh my God! Yeah, man, once you get your army of soldiers, you better succeed at first, like the first attempt. You better succeed, man. You know, life is really harsh. No matter how hard you struggle, you know, it just pushes back. You know, like the Red Army. So it sucks, man. Dang. Fuck.
October 1919.
Oh shit.
Along the Civil War's Eastern Front, the ground shook with explosions as the Red Army launched yet another major offensive. The Whites fought stubbornly, but when the Reds captured bridgeheads across the Tobol, the decision was made to begin a strategic withdrawal. General Denikin's advance on Moscow also came under fierce counterattack.
How do we fight this?
Everywhere,
this is
the
insane.
Reds were advancing.
No!
Omsk, Kolchak's capital, was under threat.
God dang it!
Kolchak wanted it held to the last man. If we lose Omsk, we lose all, he declared. But the speed of the Reds' advance left no time to organize a proper defense.
How do we win? Like,
the city was hurriedly evacuated on the 10th of November.
Oh, evacuated?
Russia's gold reserves were loaded onto a Red Cross train and moved to safety. Kolchak having dismissed French General Jeannin's invitation to place them under international protection.
Dang, son.
I do not believe you, Kolchak told him. I would rather leave the gold with the Bolsheviks than give it to the Allies.
Wow.
His words revealed how far trust had broken down between himself and General Jeannin.
Oh my God. Dude.
Kolchak hoped to establish...
It's so sad to see this.
...a new defensive line along the Ob River, 370 miles east of Omsk. But by December, this line too was crumbling.
Oh my God.
A breakdown in relations with the Czechoslovak Legion was the final straw. These Czech troops controlled the Trans-Siberian Railway, the vital artery for the movement of troops and supplies. The Legion's officers now decided the evacuation of their own men would take priority over the movement of Kolchak's forces and supplies.
Jeez.
Kolchak himself was traveling east on the Supreme Ruler's train, accompanied by the gold reserves. His destination was Irkutsk, where he planned to establish his new headquarters.
Oh man, the further back you go, things might get even more dangerous and the Red Army might approach you. The further back you go and things can get even dangerous. I don't know about this.
Around him, the country was in chaos. White forces were in full-scale retreat. The government's authority had collapsed, and a typhus epidemic was spreading fast.
Typhus?
Large areas were controlled by Bolshevik partisans or bandits.
Wow.
Famine loomed.
And can somebody tell me what, the type of disease the typhus is? Is it like that one of those diseases where you lose your hair and the hair falls out and you turn bald and stuff? Is that what's happening? What is typhus? Definitely must be like even more like dangerous, like a crazy disease, very dangerous, like lethal disease, you know? Dang.
On the 25th of December at Nizhny Udinsk, 280 miles short of Irkutsk, Kolchak's train was halted by Czech troops acting on General Jeannin's orders.
What the hell, man? The trust is so broken that it's gonna turn on each other? What?
He was held for 2 weeks with limited communications as chaos engulfed Siberia. While he waited, Bolsheviks and socialist revolutionaries launched a revolt in Irkutsk and took control of the city.
Dang.
Now, even Kolchak's escape route was closed.
Dang, son.
Kolchak was now completely isolated. Military disaster had swept away his forces.
Fuck.
The Allies had lost patience with his failure to compromise.
Oh my God. Dang, son.
His authority had been destroyed.
That sucks. That sucks.
On the 4th of January 1920.
And with the his aging and hair turning gray and all the tension that he's going through and exhaustion, things like that, like this, are bound to happen. You know, you need to be in your strongest form, young and really extremely passionate. Like, I mean, Kolchak is passionate and he's awesome, but you know, he doesn't have the the strong approach, I guess. And it's life is also like a piece of shit. So things might never work out, even if you're like fucking Napoleon or anything. You cannot have another Napoleon happen, okay? You cannot. A new leader can try to become Napoleon, but can never become a Napoleon. You know. So life is just a piece of shit, okay? And I hate the fact what's happening for Kolchak, you know.
At the insistence of his own Council of Ministers, Kolchak issued his last decree as supreme ruler, promising to resign in favor of General Denikin.
Dang!
With enemies on all sides, Kolchak planned to escape south into Mongolia, with the 60 officers and 500 men still under his command.
Jeez. 50 officers, 500 men.
He announced that no man would be compelled to join this enterprise. He would accept only volunteers.
Oh, God. Okay.
At dawn the next day, of his 500 soldiers, only 10 remained.
What? What happened? Did they voluntarily leave? What is going on? This is insane. I mean, it's a sinking ship, but like this is so like insulting, you know?
Kolchak saw the game was up, and on the advice of his officers, placed himself under the protection of the Czechoslovak Legion.
Oh man, from 500 to 10, and now you know it's at the end, and you need to protect yourself. You know, let the 10 men that are following you go as well. It's over, man. My God, I mean, this is, jeez, betrayal, huh?
On the 10th of January 1920, Kolchak's train finally left for Irkutsk under Czech protection. These allies will sell me, Kolchak predicted to one of his generals.
Oh.
Sure enough, on arrival in Irkutsk 5 days later, Kolchak was handed over to the city's new Socialist Revolutionary Council.
Oh my God!
The Czechs claimed they had no choice. It was the only way to ensure their own safety as they escaped the country.
Wow!
But some Russian historians later claimed it was to cover up their own theft of Russia's gold reserves, which had been traveling with Kolchak.
Oh God!
This is
him and the gold. What happened to the gold? It was stolen? Jeez!
Almost certainly a myth, though legends about Kolchak's missing gold endure to this day.
Oh, so the gold, we don't even know where it is? Jeez. So what do you think? Where do you think it is, and who took it? Probably fucking blew it on hookers or some shit. I don't know. These soldiers are crazy, man. They betray you. They take away your gold. I mean, if you got shitload of gold and you're traveling and it's a wartime and you're a big like supreme leader trying to escape and shit, you know, say goodbye to your gold. I mean, it's gonna be like stolen from you eventually. Even if you have like a strongest army, one of your army members can be like a, you know, complete traitor, you know. Jeez.
The interrogation of Admiral Kolchak began on the 21st of January 1920.
I can't believe
He
this.
answered questions willingly, avoided implicating his subordinates, and took full responsibility for the actions of his government.
Jeez.
But the Bolsheviks had now taken control of Irkutsk, and he knew his prospects were not good.
Okay.
He, after all, had instructed his own officers to shoot communist prisoners.
Wow.
The civil war must be merciless. Either we shoot them, or they shoot us.
Wow.
But then,
Jeez.
suddenly, the hope of rescue. Several thousand troops loyal to the Admiral began a desperate advance on Irkutsk, aiming to free Kolchak and other white officers held there.
Yes, let's go. Fuck
Battled
the
their
Reds.
way to within 5 miles of the city.
Let's do it.
But they were massively
Fuck the Czech Legion and the Reds and the gold-stealing pieces of shit.
outnumbered and outgunned.
Come on, come
It was
on.
a gallant but doomed rescue attempt,
Fuck.
and Kolchak's fate was now sealed.
Oh God, they tried.
In the early hours of the 7th of February,
No.
on the orders of the Bolshevik Military Revolutionary Committee of Irkutsk,
No.
Admiral Kolchak and the last Prime Minister of his government,
No.
Viktor Pepelev, were taken from their cells and led to the bank of the Angara River.
Why?
An order was given. Platoon, against the enemies of the revolution,
Oh my God.
fire!
No. No.
The two bodies were pushed through holes in the ice
What?
and never seen again.
He's... What? Oh my God, this is insane.
With
Where
the-
was your loyalty, whites? Where was your loyalty before getting captured or his gold getting like stolen and shit? Where was your loyalty then? You're gonna come try to rescue him before he was getting killed? What is... I can't believe this shit. And now, like, he's thrown into the ice. Where did the body go? Like, I don't... This is so ridiculous. I can't believe... Did we just see the hero of this series just murdered? I can't believe this shit. I've never seen anything like this in any of the videos of all the legendary people, personalities, and all kinds of politicians that I've reacted to. I can't believe this shit.
The execution of Admiral Kolchak, the Whites' last pretense of unified national leadership, was over.
Oh, God.
1920 saw their defeat on all fronts.
I can't believe this shit.
Western allies evacuated their few remaining troops from Russia.
What?
And though fighting continued in corners of the new Soviet Empire for 3 more years, the ultimate
God.
victory of Lenin and the Bolsheviks was no longer in doubt.
Oh, man. Why you gotta kill Kolchak? I don't know. Put him in a prison. How about that? He's a very experienced leader. You might want to talk to him and, learn a bit of secrets of the politicians and stuff like that. The other enemies of yours. Why you gotta kill him? Come on.
It came
Really?
at an appalling cost. The Russian Civil War was one of the deadliest conflicts in history, with an estimated
man.
750,000 military deaths, 75,000 executions, 5 million civilian deaths from famine, and 3 million
God.
deaths from a typhus epidemic.
Well,
The Korean
that's the consequence for your, so many changes, when a lot of countries went through in the past, and it suffered a lot. And losing Admiral Kolchak is like, it's like, dang, we don't need that shit, man. Why? And people used to die so easily, important people back then. It's really like, it's so insane.
Heir of Admiral Kolchak, Russia's only supreme ruler, and for more than a year the world's great hope for defeating Bolshevism, had ended in total failure.
Oh, man.
He had faced
Fuck.
extraordinary challenges and shown himself a leader committed to duty, discipline, and his own imperial vision of his Russian
Man, what
motherland.
a great legend, bro.
He was a skilled...
He did everything for his motherland. He did everything for his nation, you know. He saw the problems. He wanted to stop them before they took over, but things went crazy, you know. And the White Army and its, you know, delayed response to rescuing him, it's just pathetic. What the fuck were they thinking? You know, when things were going crazy with the Red Army, you know, fucking dominating like a tsunami, you know, just they should have already planned an attempt to a safe escape no matter what. They should have actually done that before the war, actually, you know, because things can go crazy, like completely flip anytime, you know. It's just they should have look at this shit now. Like, Kolchak is no longer alive. I can't believe this shit.
Naval commander and charismatic figurehead, but was also rigid and inflexible, unable to compromise or forge the alliances he needed to succeed.
God dang.
Under the Soviet regime, Admiral Kolchak's name was disgraced. An enemy of the people, a would-be tyrant in the mold of the Tsars.
What?
A traitor with no known grave.
Oh, this is one of those legends that didn't exactly become this great man. You know, how Napoleon became like this great legend of all time, you know? It's like a negative version of Napoleon. I can't believe this shit, you know? What?
Today, a cross stands at the presumed site of his execution, and a memorial stands in Irkutsk.
What?
For some Russians, Kolchak remains a romantic, tragic figure who battled for an old empire.
And he has a wife and a son. It's just, it's so devastating. What happened to his son? Did they do something like the, Nicholas II? You know, even the Nicholas II thing was also horrible to see. You know, it sucks.
And stood by his sense of duty.
Oh, man.
To the bitter end.
Such a badass, too.
Admiral Kolchak was and remains a deeply controversial figure in Russian history. To those on the left, he was a brutal reactionary. To those on the right, a true patriot.
Jeez.
As always, we've made great efforts to present an informed and balanced account by consulting multiple sources. The same is true.
He kind of looks like Putin, if you ask me. The same mouth, the same lips and everything. Like this? What the fuck?
For when we research
same,
current affairs.
circular head with a bald head.
Rarely
Almost,
provides sufficient historical context or range of opinion. But scouring the
Crazy.
internet for different perspectives
I can't believe this shit. I can't
Which is
believe
why
this.
Today's sponsor, Ground News,
You ending this
is
with
one
the
of the sources
sponsor,
we
man,
turn to
after
when
such a
researching current
crazy
affairs.
ending like that?
It's an app and
the
website
hell?
that gathers related articles from across the world
How long?
to give you an
This thing will
in-depth
go on for 2
analysis
minutes.
of any topic. We
What the
used it to
fuck?
read up on NATO's mobilization of thousands of troops for its largest exercise since the Cold War.
Alright, let me forward this shit.
Release
Stupid.
based by MASHUP.
Who gives a sponsor for 2-3 minutes at the end of such a tragic shit? Like, come on, man. I know you want to earn money, but I bet you're getting shitload of money from the Patreon anyway. You don't need this fucking shitty sponsor. Please stop. I'm already like depressed of what happened, and you're giving me this shit. Really?
NATO could attack to be aware of any.
Who cares? Who
The
cares,
blind
bro?
side of the bullet history. Their limited
Nobody
access
gives a fuck
vantage.
about ground news. My ass. You know. Stupid.
Thank you as ever to the Epic History TV Patreon supporters who make this channel possible.
Okay.
Visit our Patreon page to find out how you can
Go
support our
pay him on
work,
Patreon,
help
because
choose future topics.
if you pay him
and
on
get
Patreon, maybe you'll not
ad-free
see all these
access
sponsors.
to new
Just
videos.
saying. And he deserves, for amazing content like this, he deserves it. Alright. Cool. Alright, that was the end of Admiral Kolchak. I can't believe this is the end of, how can, what? What? I've seen so many patriotic legends. It's much better to get assassinated randomly in your own nation, amongst your own army and people and stuff, than be seen as a complete enemy and in a tragic way. This is the proof that life is just garbage, bro. Life is a piece of shit, and it just sucks. And look at what happened to Admiral Kolchak, such a legendary and such a patriotic personality. And look at what happened. This just sucks, man. It's so sad to see. It's really sad, and I'm fucking shocked at what just happened. It's a humiliating end to such a good person. Like, it makes no sense. And even as a dictatorship, he did the best he could, and that involved obviously killing and all that, and that would eventually happen anyway, even if you're like not a dictator. In a war, you will end up killing, or almost getting killed and stuff like that. So I don't blame him for utilizing his dictatorship for whatever he thought was right. And I feel for him. It just, that ending was like real life, dude. I wish I could say that ending sucked and give a 0 out of 10, but that's real life, and it's just so sad to see. Just okay, but my god. And there's only like one more playlist left with the Islamic one. I'll react to that. I'm gonna try my best to react to that. Okay, if you like this reaction, please subscribe. It's just depressing what happened, and I feel bad for. And he seemed like a genuine personality. He's not like some lousy politician, doing whatever, like, going crazy and stuff. He's not doing that. He did what he could, okay? So if you like this reaction, please subscribe. And if I was wrong about something, and if I obviously I don't know everything because I'm not a Russian, okay? But if you want to see, if you want me to understand some things, please type down in the comment section. I'll definitely read it out. I might not reply, but I'll definitely like your comments. So please subscribe, show me support, type down in the comment section whatever you have to say about this reaction. Please don't be hateful, and please, let's have a conversation. And it's a depressing reaction, okay? So if you like this, please subscribe, show me support, and go check out my backup channel with the Napoleon stuff there. Go check it out. That channel is dead, but there's a lot of videos of Napoleon. I got a lot of views for that, a lot of reactions. So go check it out, and subscribe to both my channels if you can, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to process this, okay? I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe. Goodbye.